Hey guys, Mr. Dude here. We're back at it again. Thank you so much for your support recently. I've been really feeling it and grateful for each of you. While we're here, our last video had about 143 people from the Netherlands, of all places. So I wanted to do a quick shout out to fans from the Netherlands. Did you know that a third of the Netherlands is below sea level? It is also famous for having more bicycles than people. Home to the world's tallest population, it's got a bunch of awesome tulip fields as well. So shout out to the Netherlands for supporting the last video. Today we're jumping into the Gears E-Day beta weekend. I had so much fun playing this. I'm an OG Gears guy. I need to confess, when Gears 1 came out on the Xbox 360, I exclusively played that and Halo 3 for the next 2 years straight. I love Gears of War, and for new fans, I think E-Day is going to be a strong entry point. I love the updates they've done to make things other than wall bouncing and the Nasher relevant in multiplayer. So stick around to the end. We have some candid feedback for Coalition. Don't go anywhere. Numero uno piece of feedback, the input recovery issue. The main issue I felt in the beta, and let me know if you felt this too, is I found that around walls and peeking around corners, maybe blind firing around a tight corner, whatever it may be, whatever the directional movement was after an action, it just felt weird. Post-action, my ADS and even my non-ADS aim felt throttled. Coming off the wall, the response to aim at an enemy felt really slow. After all, the response felt slow. Getting out of Rodeo Run to stop and quickly aim at an enemy felt atrocious. This post-action to game speed transition needs to be addressed. In a cover shooter, transitions are where duels are won or lost. If there's a forced recovery window before the input registers, I think that's a bad idea. And for reference, I'm on a 2 GB fiber optic symmetric network. My upload and download speed is exactly the same. It's fast, it's reliable. So when something feels laggy to me, it's usually not my connection. And that's useful when I'm gauging these things because I can say with confidence that I'm hardwired into a very competent fiber network. And so if I had to guess, this has something to do with the animation locking that is coded into the game that is throttling a little bit of that input after the recovery. I think it's worth watching if they patch it before launch. Section numero dos, the audio. The audio, my goodness.
But more importantly, not.
I have never heard louder footsteps in my entire life. I think they're just too thumpy. I like being able to hear where people are. In the settings, I had to turn my teammates' footsteps way down, way down, and keep the enemy footsteps around the default level, maybe a little less. The bigger issue with the footsteps is that I can't really tell the distance well. 20 feet away and 2 feet away sounded almost exactly the same to me. And so for a game built around cover and positioning, that's a disadvantage. We should be able to hear a flank coming and know where it's coming from. Games like Counter-Strike and Quake, legacy esports titles, spend a lot of time fine-tuning this. So my ask for the Coalition is, can we get more audio output tuning and output options? 3D audio, Dolby support, etc. I'm playing on PC and we have the capability. I know consoles do as well. So let's get some more audio to get some more sophisticated audio cues from the game. Because right now, I'm getting scared because I hear footsteps, but reality, the person is like 50 feet away and pose no threat whatsoever. Section numero tres, weapon balance. I think overall, I felt okay where the weapons currently stand. The pistol, the sniper, retro lancer, breach shot, all felt really good. I enjoyed them. Every once in a while I got a little bit of input lag with the sniper and the breach shot, but overall it felt great. I really liked the hammer burst, people. Back in Gears 1, people slept on the hammer burst a little bit in multiplayer. I like how it feels in this beta. The overcharge is fast, the 3-hit kill. It feels underutilized by a lot of players, so it's easy to pick up. I just want to encourage everybody, don't sleep on the hammer burst, give it a try. Next, the Vulcan Gatling gun. I'm okay with less ammo here compared to the Mulcher in previous titles, but the overheat rates and cooldown together felt too punishing. I'd rather keep the same ammo count, but could I get a second more of fire time and maybe a second off the cooldown? The Lancer, the classic chainsaw Lancer everybody knows and loves, honestly felt a little irrelevant to me. It needs a buff or maybe a stronger suppression effect to be viable at launch. And our most beloved Gnasher, solid. I love the sound design, I love the reload animation, but sliding and firing, I lost the directional sense of where I was actually firing from, and sometimes it felt like the bullets were coming out of my feet. The animation combined with the character, where the character actually is on the server, and the map probably needs some fine tuning. I had very low reps with some of the other weapons like the gut puncher. I couldn't figure out how to stick one on the wall. Maybe they got rid of that, but we'll see. Section Cuatro, respawn system. Moving on, respawn system. Respawning felt a little laggy and clunky, but I think this is a minor issue and should be treated after the ones mentioned before. The deathmatch timers felt way too long to me. Conquest timers were okay because of the objective mode, it justifies the wait. Again, we want a strategic upside for pushing and eliminating an enemy squad to be able to secure more time in the objective. Personally, I think respawn timers should scale off of individual time of death and not be a flat server set timer. I didn't like that. I think it limits the planning a team can do around when people die and respawn. Section 5. Some general feedback and quick maps. We only had 2 maps to deal with and play on this weekend, and I thought Market and Outpost were pretty good maps overall. Mostly symmetrical, loved the design and tone, felt like I was in the Gears universe. But on Market, I had enemies spawn directly in front of me multiple times or behind me, so the spawn logic felt inconsistent. Some miscellaneous feedback for Coalition. The dashboard and menu, we don't have a ping column. I want to be able to see ping, my MS, whatever you want to call it. Back in the day, we loved looking at that to speculate who had host advantage. I know those days are probably gone, but I still want to see that column. I'd also like to see everyone's KDAs, kills, deaths, assists, objective points, etc. I want it all visible for my team and the enemy team. One more thing, the rodeo run felt more like a trot, really heavy. I think this has less to do with the actual movement speed and more to do with the camera angle and the FOV positioning when somebody engages in the rodeo run. But overall, movement in the beta feels more like a Space Marine from 40k than classic Gears mobility. And to close, I thought the rank placement felt a little skewed, but it's a beta, so I'm not reading too much into it right now. Let me know if you felt that matchmaking was all over the place as well. I really think E-Day has strong bones. Don't let this feedback or video make you think that I'm farming engagement or being purposely negative. That's not my intent. I am very much looking forward to this game. There's a lot of good things to say. I just wanted to package all this feedback that we wrote in our live streams down into a quick video. I think these systems that we've mentioned here need some tuning, and I think they'll address it before the October launch. But if you played the beta, drop your take in the comments. Let me know if I'm off base or if you experienced something different or something maybe I didn't see entirely. I'm sure it'll be different for people who played on console. This is a myopic view of how it performed on my PC at 4K settings, but I'm curious if some of you felt that roll to aim delay too, because for me that's kind of a big deal. So again, like always, please support, like and subscribe, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.